Everyone deserves to live in a world that is peaceful and safe, where every voice do mattered and we can count on our government to function. Welcome to this podcast where we are gonna talk about peace, justice, and strong institutions.
Hi, you're listening to Sleeping Pill with Ains and Ash, and this podcast is hosted using Anchor. Welcome listeners, today's episode is pagmulat ng mga matang nakadilat or to awaken the opened eyes.
Peace, justice, and institutions have been opposing their words ever since in the past due to conflicts in our society. It has also impacted the Philippines and the church, affecting human loss and nature. These present issues are continuously disappointing us, right, Ash?
Indeed, Ains, this is an important matter as it progressively gets worse each day.
Today, we are here to discuss a specific problem in the Sustainable Development Goals with our special guest. They are taking law in University of the Philippines and Harvard, have the knowledge and are taking part in the importance of peace, justice, and strong institution. Let us welcome Katrina Domingo and let us give us a virtual warm to Kiana Berdin, who is currently based in the US, as they openly talk about situations that exist in the current society.
Hi everyone! Thank you for having us, Ains and Ash. I am grateful for the opportunity to talk openly about the significant issue.
Hello guys, the same goes for Katrina. I hope you will understand and gain insights into this problem we're facing right now.
We all know that there has been a problem regarding the country's justice system. It is evident that numerous unresolved crimes persist, leaving justice elusive for many. Today, we will emphasize the importance of peace, justice, and strong institutions in Christianity and philosophy to promote peaceful and inclusive societies for sustainable development that provide access to justice and safety for all and build inclusive institutions at all levels. So guys, what are your personal experience or do you have any observations about this ongoing issue?
The issue hits close to home for me. I've witnessed firsthand how it affects families in our community. Lack of access to resources and opportunity perpetuates a cycle that can be challenging to break, and knowing how the government did nothing to prevent it makes us live anxiously every day. This podcast services as a poignant reminder of the urgent need to reform and underscores the importance of our collective commitment to advocating for a fair and equitable legal framework. Let's continue this conversation with the hope that our combined efforts can contribute to positive change and the realization of a more just society.
As a local and student in this community, I've seen my fair share with discrimination, inequality, and some real clashes between communities. The Philippines has this whole Makabayan vibe, right? Diverse, rich in tradition, and culture that run deep. But let's not talk about it. Let's step up the support for our people. It's time to turn those words into meaningful actions. It is just really disappointing to see our own men fight with one another.
It's very saddening to hear about these unresolved challenges and the absence of justice for many. I want to also ask our podcast editor, Glenn, about his insight about this issue because as far as I know, he is also planning to be a law student someday.
Hi everyone, so now I will share my insights to you. So the issue in this podcast is about justice and strong institutions in the Philippines. We know that here in the Philippines, the law here is so unfair. We all know that because some people, rich people, have the power to recruit their own judge to buy system that they want justice. So it's really awful with some poor people because they can't get the justice that they want. The Philippines justice system is awful to some extent because you can get justice if you don't have the power. You should use the right conscience in some way because we all know that all citizens shall have access to our justice, not for the people that is rich and have the power to buy the justice.
Topics such as peace, justice, Christian morality, the human person, authentic human freedom, conscience, and human dignity can provide listeners with valuable insights and guidance. We have to understand human ethical decisions, particularly in terms of Christian's morality. Without misunderstandings about freedom, we should balance authentic human freedom with moral choice and responsibility, and consider how our conscience influences our decisions. Lastly, examine the concept of human dignity from a Christian perspective and discuss the implications for recognizing and preserving human dignity on a daily basis.
In terms of the UN SDGs, I see Christian morality contributing to the broader objective of creating a world that values peace, ensures justice for all, and establishes strong institutions. Now, listeners, I encourage you to reflect on these insights. How might values rooted in Christian morality and philosophy inspire actions that align with the UN SDGs, particularly when it comes to promoting peace, justice, and building robust institutions?
Now, we will discuss how the Old and New Testaments of the Bible show peace, justice, and strong institutions. The Old and New Testaments of the Bible contain teachings and narrative that touch upon themes of peace, justice, and strong establishment of institution. In Genesis chapter 9, verse 8 to 17, covenant with Noah. After the flood, God established a covenant with Noah, promising never to destroy the earth again. This covenant symbolizes peace and stability.
In Isaiah chapter 2, verse 4, Isaiah's prophecy. Isaiah's prophecy is about a time when swords will be turned into plowshares and nations must lift up swords against nations, reflecting a vision of universal peace.
In a world often marked by conflict, the teachings encourages us to be peacemakers, fostering unity and understanding among individuals and communities. Through this lens, we can actively work towards building a more united and harmonious, peaceful society.
The Church emphasizes love, forgiveness, and reconciliation. These principles, when practiced, create a foundation for a peaceful coexistence. The teachings guide us as instruments of peace, encouraging dialogue and understanding even amid conflicts and disagreements.
The Church provides a moral compass that guides individuals in positions of influence. It calls us to advocate for fairness and equality, whether it's addressing poverty, discrimination, or any form of injustice. The Church inspires action. It's about embodying the values of justice in our everyday lives and working towards a more just society.
Hi again. So, as a commentator editor, I will advocate you for a call to action about the personal responsibilities of everyone. So, first, we can't just talk about change. We must actively engage it. A call to action is a rallying cry for collective effort, inspiring us to channel our personal energy towards solutions. So, rather than dwelling into problems, we should find a solution, because it is one of the fundamentals in finding your peace or your responsibilities.
Hello everyone, my name is Astin and I am the director of this podcast. I want to also raise awareness about the problem and encourage everyone to be more awake and open about this subject. We must be aware that other countries have injustices and inequality and violence in their country. Some powerful people abuse their power so that they can achieve what they want, even if it means hurting other people. We must know this to be aware of our surroundings and help those who are in need, because they are people just like us who just want peace and freedom.
That was an incredible insight coming from our editor and director, right, guys? Just to let you know, guys, that all of us here in the studio are advocates of peace that makes this podcast a more realistic and relatable one. So, guys, how will you promote peace, justice, and strong institution in your respective places, Kiana and Katrina?
Promote peaceful and inclusive societies for sustainable development, provide access to justice for all, and build effective, accountable, and inclusive institutions at all levels. We must ensure that we have strong institutions, global standard of justice, and a commitment to peace everywhere. We should work hand in hand to end abuse, exploitation, trafficking, and promote the rule of law at the national and international levels, and ensures equal access to justice for all.
I encourage our citizens to identify one tangible action they can take in their community or personal life. It is the moment to turn our intentions into meaningful actions, whether volunteering or spreading positivity, because every step is an impactful leap. And also, we need to promote peace, justice, and strong institutions by using my platform as a citizen and showing them how it should be done, because actions can influence people.
That's a really great platform, Kat and Kiana. Words with actions create a significant impact on everyone.
But considering people are hard-headed, promoting peace may be difficult for you too. But I still believe that saying nothing is impossible.
Nothing is impossible when it comes to the sake of our country.
I certainly agree with you. To conclude what Kiana and Katrina have said earlier, peace, justice, and strong institutions are some of the things that we should prioritize more. We have the right not to remain silent as we aim to have access to upright laws for everyone. The main issue here is that we lack inclusivity. Individuals and the administration don't align. People seek their rights, while the administration dominates their authority, causing conflicts in their respective countries. Situations like this should not be tolerated. We should be as one. I hope this podcast encourages others to find strength in adversity. People and the government should bridge together to strengthen peace and justice.
We have had the privilege of hearing some incredible stories and diverse viewpoints today, Kat. How are you feeling that you have had a chance to open up and share your knowledge with our audience?
This has been an insightful talk, especially when we get to share our perspectives and have the chance to provide positive opinions in addressing the issue. I am confident that this will affect our audience and encourage them to speak to their voices too.
It's both humbling and hopeful. Discussing ways to build bridges rather than walls is a conversation that needs to happen more often. I'm hopeful that our viewers will find inspiration in the possibilities of unity.
Wow! This podcast contained lots of engaging and thought-provoking information from Kiana and Katrina. This United Nations Sustainable Development Goal about peace, justice, and strong institutions serve as a call to action to improve human rights as it affects society in a country. Beautifully said, both of you. Now let us end with a prayer.
In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit.
Lord, thank you for the knowledge you have given to us to voice out our thoughts and help other people. May this be an inspiration to everyone to fight for peace and for their rights. Amen.
And that wraps up another insightful episode of Awaken the Opened Eyes. Before we go, we want to extend our heartfelt thanks to the sponsors who make this podcast possible. Their support allows us to bring you meaningful conversations and valuable insights. A big shout out to Sir Jay and Sir Michael. Your commitment to our mission is truly appreciated.
To our listeners, you continue to support means the world to us. If you enjoyed today's episode, don't forget to subscribe, rate, and leave a review. Your feedback helps us improve and reach even more listeners.
We also want to express our gratitude to our incredible guest, Kathrina, and Kiana, for sharing their wisdom on how the teachings of the church can guide us in addressing the crucial issues of peace, justice, and strong institutions. Thank you guys for being with us today.
Remember, change starts with conversation, and we're grateful to have you as part of ours. Until next time, this is Katrina Sandri signing off for Awaken the Open Eye.
Until next time, this is
Ice
and Ash signing off for Awaken the Opened Eyes. Take care and keep the dialogue alive. Bye!